Good evening, friends. Today I want to share with you from 2 Kings chapter 6 from verse 14 to verse 17, and it reads, He sent there a strong force with horses and chariots. They arrived by night and surrounded the city. Early the next morning, when the attendant of the man of God arose and went out, he saw the force with its horses and chariots surrounding the city. Alas, he said to Elisha, What shall we do, my Lord? Do not be afraid, Elisha answered. Our side outnumbers theirs. Then he prayed, O Lord, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the servant so that he saw the mountainside filled with horses and fiery chariots around Elisha. And this is the word of God. So, brethren, before the eyes of Elisha's servant were opened, he was afraid because he could only see the armies, the soldiers with their horses and chariots that had come for them, that had to attack them, that had come to capture them. But the man of God, Elisha, was not scared at all. Why? Because his spiritual eyes were opened and he could see that the armies on his side that God had provided outnumbered the ones that had come to capture them. And he prayed that God should open the eyes of his servant that he may see. And when God opened the eyes of the servant, he saw chariots of fire. He saw horses that outnumbered the ones of the enemy that had come to capture Elisha. There are realities, spiritual realities, that we can only see with our eyes opened, our spiritual eyes opened. You may think you're alone, but there is a spiritual reality. If God can open your eyes and you see the angels surrounding you and you see the fire of God accompany you all the time, then you will never be as scared. You'll never be afraid of anything in life. You may see pain and physical sicknesses on your body torturing you, but if God can open your spiritual eyes to the reality of the spiritual presence and blessedness and glory, you will never be scared of anything. God opened the eyes of the servant and he saw chariots of fire. You may be scared of witchcraft, of all evil and demonic forces fighting you, but God, if God can open your eyes to the heavy protection around you and to the heavenly army that fights your battles, you will never be scared of witch doctors. You will never be scared of witchcraft. You'll never be scared of the demonic activities that are being done in your life. You'll never be scared of the Bachwezi, the Mayembe, and all satanic forces that gather to fight you. Because those that are on your side outnumber those are on their side. I want you to know that the armies that God has positioned to fight your battles outnumber the armies of dark forces that are fighting you. So don't be afraid. In our physical eyes, we may see as if we are being defeated. We may see as if we have no escape route. But if God can open your eyes, you will understand the spiritual presence, the spiritual reality that is surrounding you. And that's also why you go in the mass and you see bread, you see wine. But if God can open your eyes to the spiritual reality that is actually the body and blood of Christ, you will never be the same again. May God open your eyes. Even though you're passing through so many terrible situations that are deceiving you, that are deceptive, making you think as if you're already defeated, you're already conquered, may God open your eyes to the spiritual reality that is around you, to the spiritual fire that is around you. Those on our side are more than those on their side. And there is a spiritual presence, a spiritual reality that we cannot see and recognize with our naked eyes, but only with the eyes of faith. Walk with faith. Don't be afraid, because the presence of God is around you. And those that are for you outnumber those that are against you. Good night and be blessed. Share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and turn on the bell button so that you can be notified every time. Good night.